Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 17, and welcome back to the Western Shore. So what is going on? It's been a few days since we've done an episode on this map, and I've been mixing it up on the channel. I've been doing a lot of different sims. Let me know what you think about that. I don't want to spam you with this map and just give you episodes every day, although I'd love to. I really enjoy playing this map, but I've been trying to space it out so I don't spam you. And then we've also been doing a lot of variety on the channel, almost to the point where, I don't ever want it to become chaotic, but I do like a lot of different types of sim. So let me know what you think of that. If you like the variety, if you want to see more of this map, just let me know. The channel is ultimately for you. So if it's not working for you, it's not working for me. Let me know what works for you. Right, what is going on? On our Bramble Lane farm, I did get Field 49, I did get a third layer of fert on there. It took effort. I had to use pellet fert because we don't have enough manure or slurry at this point to use natural fert. And then our grass, I did get a second layer of fert on all these fields around the farm. I noticed something. When we go here to growth stage, I'm going to turn this purple off just because it's really kind of hard on the eyes. But you'll notice that we are in yellow, which is the first harvestable stage of grass. And yet I was able to apply fertilizer even though it is yellow. Now I know in 19, once the grass becomes harvestable, you can no longer fertilize it. But I think it's 17, it's a little bit different. This is first growth stage. So if we were to mow it now, we would get a low yield. However, second growth stage, orange. I'm pretty sure at that point, even in 17, we can no longer fertilize. So the most fertilizer we'll have on our grass first cut is 2 layers. But with seasons, after we mow it, after we harvest it, it will still have 1 layer, which means if we apply another layer while it's growing, green, and then another layer when it is first growth stage, yellow, I believe we can get triple fert. Now we didn't plow, so we won't get that final 10%, but we'll have 190% yield. We'll have 160% for first cut, 190% for second cut, and then our wheat field, our small wheat field over here, we will have a full 200%, 3 layers of fert, plus we plowed it. That's what's going on there. Our animals are doing okay. We still have 25 cows. Where are they? 25 cows, I need to feed them, but I've been cleaning them out, and we do have, I'm estimating about 10,000 liters of milk per day, so it's about 7,000 liters per day of milk, 7,000 pounds per day of money for milk. Sorry, I said that backwards. And as far as manure and slurry, this is showing the manure level in the actual shed, not what we've dumped into our poo pit. So I want to say it's 750, maybe 1,000 liters per day, and there's 3 or 4 days in there. So I think we have 3,000 or 4,000 liters of poo in the bunker. We'll never really know because you pull it out of the shed where the meter is and dump it in that pit that has no meter. One more thing while we're still on the map. We're broke, right? You can see we got a €250,000 loan, £250,000 loan, and we have 1,180 pounds in the bank account. We need to make some money. Look here, we do have crops in the silos. All right, where are the silos? So what I did was, and again, let's get back to a screen that's a little easier on the eyes. What I did was I went to every farm that had a fuel fill, right? That has a fuel tank, and was not able to find the grain at any of them. The 2 that I did not go to are this one here, just north of field 89, and this one over here between 91, 92 and the forest. Now, I did go to the Simply Safe mods site and download the legend for the map, and these 2 fuel tankers are also designated, they're small farms, but they're designated as storage as well. This farm here, between 76 and 95, has a pit, an auger, but there's nothing in it. I can't access it. So I'm not sure where our grain is, but we're going to take a look at these 2, and if it's not at these 2, then honestly, I don't know where it is. So it's going to be kind of an odd episode today. It was really, really cool driving around the entire map, driving to parts of the map that I'd never been to before, and that I guess, well, I don't want to say that we would have no reason to go to, but just that we hadn't been to before. I really did enjoy that. It's an unbelievably detailed and well thought out map. It really is. It's just an absolute work of art. And it's a shame that we're concentrating so much on Bramble Lane right now. We're not really... Let's see where we want to go here. We want to make a right, drive over the tracks, and then make a left, drive under the tracks, and then look again. Okay. It's... There's so much to the map. I got lost several times as I was driving around. And now, correct me if I'm wrong here. This is just a full card map. It's a 1x map. It's not a 4x map. But it feels like a 4x map. It feels like there is so much more on this map that you could possibly fit on a regular sized map. You compare this to, what were the two maps that came with 17? It was Goldcrest Valley and Sosnovka. Is that right? We'll assume that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. This map feels so much bigger than Goldcrest Valley. And I don't know how the map maker does it. I know it's sight lines. I know it's, you know, the way the lanes sort of twist and turn, and all of it put together. It's really amazing to be able to get lost on a map while you're looking at a map. That takes some doing, man. That is artistry. Right, so we're going to take a left here. We'll go back under the tracks, and then we're going to look on our right. Oh, and I leased this Stewart trailer that we're hauling, by the way. We are broke. I put a bigger motor in this tractor, in this little Massey Ferguson. I put a 130 horsepower motor in it because we were struggling so much on those steep fields. That was 13 grand. We swapped from the big tires that we had on to row crop tires. And then we swapped back. That was $1,000 each time. So that was $2 grand. Start looking on our right now. And what did we do? We had to buy pellet fert because we didn't have enough. What do we want to turn in here? I suppose right here. This doesn't feel exactly right. Oh dear, that is terrible. I don't know if this gate swings in or out. Swings in. We could have pulled in further. Whoa. What was I talking about? What's his name again? Oh yeah, all the money we spent. We had to buy pellet fert because we didn't have any... We didn't have enough natural fert to get all those fields done. All right. Let's set this, and it just says storage. I don't know. I assumed that was crop storage because the others don't say that. There is a workshop back there. Let's take a look on the other side here. There may be another place to turn in. We're running out of places to look for grain. I'm having a great time driving around the map. I am. And I'm not being clever when I say that. Like, it's a great map to just drive around. But, yep, it's not here. There's a little yard barn. Okay, and then the last one is number 12. There aren't numbers on this map. That's just on the other side, and that is going to be here. Now, how do we get to here? Oh, okay, there's a little lane, so we will pull out of here to the right, down, and then left next to the railroad tracks. Yep. Yeah, if it's not there... Maybe down here across from the BGA. We can do both. They're sort of in line. If it's not there, I am genuinely running out of places to look. And you know, I had a brief, just a very brief, very not superficial, but just a few comments we traded back and forth between Bullet Bill and myself. I don't know the man, and perhaps it's not fair to speculate, but I have a feeling this map is very it's very playful. It's very it's got an exuberance to it. You know, it just makes you smile when you play it. There we are. It makes you smile, and if I can sort of extrapolate that out and guess at the character of the person who created it, I would speculate that if I were to get in touch with Bullet Bill and say, hey man, where's the... Well, that didn't work at all. Where's the grain on this map? He'd say, oh, it's there. You'll find it. It's just... all of it put together has that kind of feel. So we're going to have to find this ourselves is what I'm getting at. Ain't no help coming from nobody. And we will have to jackknife this just a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Having said that, I am truly running out of places to look. I don't know where else it could be. It will be the last place we look, of course, and you know why that is, right? Things are always the last place you look because after you find them, you stop looking. Which is, hey, pull my finger. It's got that kind of a feel to it. And yet, there is some deep and profound truth to be found in that finding of that thing that you found, right? It's true. You look and look and look for something, and then once you find it, it's not that it's not a big deal anymore. It's just that, you move on. So once you find something, the looking is over, and you never really think about it again. But having said that, there has been some looking. All right, we are going up this little lane now. Sir? Hey, you know what? It's a farming simulator. It's not a traffic driving around simulator. Wow. And this is with an extra 25 horsepower added. It's about a 25% bump. Right. Back in here. Next question. After we find the grain, which we may or may not ever do, after we find the grain, we're going to have to pick what we want to sell. And I think that's going to be a combination of what we can get the most money for and what we have the most of. So if we've got one crop that's paying a slightly higher price, but we have significantly less of it, then our net is going to be less than if we sell a cheaper crop that we have more of. So we'll need to do a little calculus when we get up here. If we get up here. This is looking promising. Ah, I see a pipe from here. However, in fairness, I found pipes at like 3 of those 7 farms that we went to, and they were all dry. There was nothing in there. Nothing. But this looks different. This has... I'm very optimistic. Oh my goodness, this view. Look at this. Amazing. All right. It's a good angle to get under that thing. I guess we can just flip it around like so. Right about like so. And can we drop off here as well? Oh yeah, there's one of those, wait a minute. It's not in the center, it's off to the side. It's a little bit of trickery. Okay. Carefully back up here. We'd almost be better off coming at this thing sort of 90 degrees from where we are now. All right, fingers crossed. God, son of a... All right. This is what I did for an hour. I drove around the map and essentially had that same thing happen. So now when I put it back into forward gears, we're going to get that dialogue again, so you'll see that momentarily. Then we'll have to X out of that. We've got one... No, we don't. We don't have a single place left to look. No, I take that back. We do. We have one last place to look, and that is the facility across from the BGA. If it's not there, I don't want to say it's time to give up, but I don't know where there are any other silos on the map. So we will soldier on here. And you know what? Look at this. Look at this. If all we were doing was just driving around, this would still be a good day on the farm. I don't like to waste the fuel. Oh, God. We've got 212 pounds left. I don't want to just be driving around wasting fuel and time and hourly wages for our workers and everything else. But you know what? It's a video game. You know, if you're not having fun playing a video game, You're doing it wrong. So we got one last place to look. And then from there, I don't know, we'll just look somewhere else. We'll find more places to look. All right, right through here. We'll do this. Right back here. Beautiful. And then from here, let's take a look at the map. From here, we're going... we want to get into this little complex here just north of the road. Other side of the highway from the BGA. Okay. Right down here. Oh, and I did see the full-blown animation for an approaching train. Very nice. The alarms, the lights, everything, really, really nice. So right through there. And it looked like there were 2 facilities up here. Looks like one of them is a gas station. Probably, probably not going to be a grain fill there. Yeah, this is not what I was looking for. I wonder if that just indicates the 2 pump islands. We can go ahead and go around this. Although maybe on the other side, maybe if this is the first one. What's this right down here? Let's see what that said. No, this is a very small yard. There is a fuel bunker here. And looks like a workshop, but yeah, no. Well, I'll hop back on the big map and I'll show you all the places I have looked, and just by process of elimination, we'll try to determine if there's any place that I have not looked. Right, so we'll set the brake. I have looked. It's not on our farm. It's not on Bramble Lane. We have looked here between 39 and 40. We've looked here between 76 and 95. We've looked here south of field 120. We've looked here. We've checked this farm between 112 and 123. We have checked these 2 facilities. These 2 between 45 and 52, between 56 and 65. No, I take that back. We have not checked between 56 and 65. We've checked this facility. We've checked north of field 14. I'm really not sure. I mean, what we can do right now is we can head north, right? And check the facilities that have the yellow marker. I was under the impression the yellow marker always indicated sales. Where are we at on time? We're at 20 minutes. Let's try this. Let's just head up north. Hey, if nothing else, we'll get to drive around this gorgeous map. Let's head up north and take a look because there's more going on here at Winstay Manure than just manure. That sounded sounded like I was making some kind of a statement there. Like I was hinting at something, but I was not. I do think there is a possibility it is one of those yellow markers, or next to one of those yellow markers. Either way, we'll find it. I mean, it's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. And if not, we can just bump the loan a little bit. I mean, I would hate to have a sellable asset in a silo never be able to find it, never be able to sell it. But surely we will find it at some point. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. Everything is somewhere. So we'll find it, we'll get it sold. But if in the near term we cannot find it, then we'll just continue selling milk. That makes us some money, and we will be able to sell. We'll be able to sell. I guess we could sell a little bit of manure right now, right? Just to make some money. Yeah, we'll bump the loan if we have to. But I think as long as we can make it to... Really, we don't have to make it to anything. I can just unhook this trailer, hook up our tanker, and go sell some milk. And that's good for about 7,000 or 8,000 pounds. So we'll make it. We'll survive. I would like to sooner rather than later become profitable enough to begin paying down our loan. It seems like we never quite get to the point where we make money on these farms. And I know we could. Part of the reason we're not profitable is because I sort of bounce around and try to do different various things that I think you're going to find interesting. I'm not blaming you. It's not like that. But do we need to turn here? Yes, we do. We need to make a left here, and then we can follow that more or less all the way in. But I'm confident there's a balance, that we can play these maps and run these farms and have a good time and be entertaining, and enjoy ourselves and also be profitable. I just don't want to be, like Gazelsberg profitable, We just ended up being a grass empire, a silage empire, and that's no fun. But this map, man, I don't know. I'm reluctant to apply absolutes, superlatives. I'm very careful with words like that, because you paint yourself into a corner when you say something is the best. Essentially what you're saying is, I know I'm going to encounter other things as I continue down the road of life, but none of them will be as good as this. And you don't know that. I mean, the person that designed this map designed other maps that I thought were amazing, and this map absolutely leaves them in the dust. So what's his next map going to do, right? So I'm reluctant to ever say the best. I'll say one of the best. I'll say top 5. But this could be the best map. Let's take a look in here. We have got a compost master. We have got, looks like, lime and manure. I want to say we sell manure here. And we buy lime? Maybe. That could just be decorative. Not seeing any kind of a pipe or auger. Right. So go over here. Time 23 minutes. Where else can we go? We can go to the left and to the right, all the way west, make another right and head up to Frontier. Let's give it a try. And then left. Where else could it be? I'm racking my brain. Where else could it be? I mean, I suppose it could be in an unmarked facility next to a sell point. Maybe down at the docks. I don't know that would necessarily make sense, though. Well, it might not make sense, like, in a practical or realistic context, but it could be that it makes sense within the limitations of the game, right? That the map maker would have rather done this, but unfortunately the code doesn't allow that, and so therefore our storage point is whatever. That could be. All right. Well, we'll see. Let's go take a look at Frontier next and see if we have any luck there. And if not, I mean, at some point we're going to have to call it, because we'll go 30 minutes, and that's 30 minutes. 30 minutes is 30 minutes, as the man says. I know I'm sort of wobbling all over the road. I'm not sure why. I'm struggling to drive today. Where else? What are some other possibilities? I don't know. I really don't. Good over there. Good over there. Here we go. And I think this is the first time I've ever been up to this facility. Yeah, I do think it is. Maybe. We may have come here in the first episode. We may not have. We may have skipped it because there were so many different places to get to. So let's see what we got. Oh, I don't like the look of this. I don't like the look of this one bit. Yep, there is that. Save game. Because I am seeing a pipe here to fill from. All right. Well, you know what? I would rather we find it than not find it. I just didn't think it would take 90 minutes to find it. All right. So that is a sell point there. Do we get a dialogue? We don't. Okay, we are directly under this pipe, and we do not have a fill dialogue. I'll try the... Yeah, we don't have a fill dialogue. So I think this is a static or decorative pipe. This is definitely an active sell point. Let's do a couple things here. Let's very carefully pull out of this shed right here. I'm going to stop right here. Let me zoom back in. We'll set the brake. And let's see if there's anything we need to activate as far as turning this pipe on. I know some of the pipes at some of the farms did have a dialogue, and you had to swing them over. Nothing there. This, I believe this is just a standard sell point. And nothing over here. No, you couldn't get a trailer over here anyway. This is very, very interesting. It really is. Once again, where have we not gone? We haven't gone up to wood chips, but that's wood chips. I wouldn't waste everybody's time. 28 minutes. I mean, there's this facility here. And then beyond that, I really don't know. Unless it is port sugar beet, port potatoes. Yeah, I mean, you got time? You got a minute? Let's just do it. We'll head out here. We'll come down the coast. We'll go to Harbor Wool and Milk Sale. Just on the off chance that it's there. If it's not, then we'll continue down to this final one. And down here, we'll have to wrap it up because at that point, like I said, I really won't know where else to look. And at some point also, we're going to, these places are going to close for the night. So we'll no longer have access to them. Okay. Well, hey, what can you do? This is the life of a sim farmer, yo. It's tough finding places to sell your crops. Well, we're not... yeah, the joke didn't work. We're not really selling crops. We're just trying to get our own crops. All right, here we go. Oh, that realism. I like it. I think a lot of people don't like it. I really do. I mean, based on what Giants, some of the choices that they've made, I think it's safe to assume that most sim farmers do not like that level of realism. If you could have seen me trying to get this thing up and down those grass fields with 3,000 liters of fertilizer in it, in a hopper on the back, we were definitely on the struggle bus. But I like to play that way. And I like that slow, sort of stately, you know? The acceleration and deceleration on base game tractors just, it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. Don't like it. Like things to be as realistic as possible. Hey, as we approach the ocean here, and as I try to think of things to say to pass the time while we look for our crops, there is, as far as I know, there was only ever one ship simulator. And it really wasn't very good. or at least I didn't think it was very good. But if you know of a ship simulator, reason is we've got farms, we've got trucks, we've got trains, planes, race cars, buses, we got everything. But I don't think we've ever done a simulated ship. I know there are some commercial fishing simulators. Some better than others. You know what I'm talking about. I have never seen, other than the one that was really not very good, I've never seen a good, realistic cargo ship simulator. I'm guessing the reason why is because that's such an odd thing to try to simulate. And, I mean, what do you really do? But I think that could be, I mean, particularly because there are different sizes of cargo ships. I think if you had to work your way up, start with, you know, what would be a smaller one, 400 or 500 feet, work your way up to one of those 1,300-foot freighters that holds like hundreds of cargo containers. And I think as a nice change of pace, to be able to hop out, and it says it's on the sort of the northeast side. All right. To be able to hop out from piloting the actual ship and have to operate one of the cranes that unloads the containers, I think that would be fun. This looks like just wool. Oh, and there's another dairy here. Interesting. Okay. Hey, let's since we're over. We're at 32 minutes. Let's do something here. Yeah, none of the dairies are listed on here. Just wanted to confirm that. And none of the prices are listed. I mean, dairy is not on there as a commodity at all. Oh dear. Now I've done it. I think we can get out of here. I'm not sure why that is. I am, at this point, as impressed as I am with this map, I am willing to give the map maker the benefit of a doubt about everything. I don't want to like jump into full fanboy apologist territory. You leave Brittany alone. I don't want to take it quite that far. But I've really made a mess of this. But I have to admit, I have to acknowledge that the work is so solid. It seems very unlikely to me that there's any part of this map that was not thoroughly researched and tested and just... Oh, sorry about your bins. I'm the worst neighbor. I really am, but you know what? I'm not quite in a panic, but I'm definitely confused. Nice. Shop's right there. I'm definitely confused as to where this could possibly be. So we've got one more. Is that right? We've got one more. Yeah, we've got one more. We've got the port, which may or may not be open when we get to it. But we will go... let me see. Oh, that's nice. A little holiday beach. Oh, man. This map, it just never ends. So we'll go down here. We'll go to the right. And if it's not there, I think at that point we will have checked, like without exaggeration, we will have checked every facility on the map that I know of, that I've found. And no grain. Huh. All right. So go through here. Beautiful. I guess we could have stayed further toward the coast. No, this will work. This will work. And we will be a bit long, but hopefully not too terribly long. All right, right through there. I sort of know where I am now. I've been down to the store enough times. Oh, careful. All right, down there. It's going to be down here, through the traffic circle, over the tracks, and then we will take a right. Okay. Get rid of that. through here. Yeah. So far, so good. And it's just a question of whether or not these facilities are open. They certainly seem to be. This looks promising. They are open. Okay. So through here. And all we're really looking for at this point is a pipe. I know we're going to find grates over here to sell, but we want to load up, not sell. Right through here. That looks like potato and sugar beet sales. And then this is the same, same facility we had up on the north part of the map, but this one does not have, set the brake here, I don't even see a pipe. I don't even see a decorative pipe. Okay. You have any suggestions? You got any ideas? I'm out of ideas. I truly do not know where our grain is stored. We're also kind of getting beat up on frame rate there. We were for a minute. I think it may have been loading because, yeah, now everything is back to 60 plus. Oh, no, it's actually not. We dropped down to about 45 right there. Interesting. Okay, well, that's that's going to be the end of the episode. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where the grain is. I'll continue looking for it off camera. If you know where it is, please do let me know. We'll go there. We'll get that picked up and get it sold. Oh, minus 756 pounds. Yeah, I'll go sell some milk. We'll go from there. And I'll turn this off like so. And we'll call it, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 17. This is the Western Shore. We'll see you next time. Take care now.